Alright y'all, welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. If you don't know, we got a badass giveaway going on for a turbo Corvette. I just did like double entries yesterday on one shirt, which was only a one-day shirt only, and you guys knocked it out of the park. You guys must really want this turbo vet. I've seen a couple of you guys talk smack on it. It's a work in progress. It's gonna get wrapped, and we have to finish just a couple things on it. We gotta cut the hood stack flush with a little teardrop so it looks good, and we got a transmission being built. There's a transmission in the car. When I actually purchased the car, it came with two transmissions, and I got a 4L60 up at Wicked Performance getting built to handle all the horse pressure that that thing is going to make. So, if you guys aren't aware, it's a turbo Corvette, automatic, C5, Holley powered, single turbo. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's a fun little street car. You can win that by entering the giveaway. Every item on my store is an entry to the giveaway. My store is the first link in the description below. For shipping wise, I will say, I mean, I have a ton of orders and I'm trying to get them out. I'm waiting on one shirt still, so if you ordered like the if you know then you know shirt, I'll have that Monday, so your orders will be going out Tuesday. So if you order those and you're wondering where your order is, you should have it next week. I hope to fulfill all orders next week. Also, we got some badass headwear. This is just a little preview of some of the hats that are up on the website. LS Nasty Racing, my favorite LS Nasty logo. This hat's one of my favorites, super clean. I got some snapbacks, I got fitted. The fitted ones, they're flex fit, so it's a really nice hat. And all the shirts are next level, so super, super comfortable. So as you can see, I've already had a huge shipment go out today, so I did ship a bunch out. I shipped out probably like 200 orders. These are gonna go out tomorrow morning. These are all the shirts that we have folded for the one design. George over there, G-Rock, what's up? Director of folding over there getting the second design. I got more shirts here that need to go, and as you can see, we've just been going through it. So now that we got that out of the way, we know that we are building in Colorado, and it is a burnout truck, and we need to talk about I tried to do the wiring deal, and Devin slapped me on the wrist pretty much and said, no, you can't be like wiring a car unless it's complete. And listen, I didn't know, and I didn't ask Ben because Ben's been busy working. Ben, you can't wire a car until it's done, huh?
Not really.
The car has to be completed.
Yeah.
So I was a little premature on the wiring, huh?
A little bit.
But the excitement level, you didn't stop me.
No.
You're letting me learn my own way.
Yeah.
So, this pretty cool car here in the shop. We're helping out a buddy. ZR1 Corvette TKM built engine, a Kong 2650 blower with some nitrous and stick shift. And as you can see, there's the big cannon right there. Emergency clutch replacement.
Yeah.
Brand new RPS clutch, had a installation error on it, and it killed itself. Just absolute, like, 2 minutes, just absolute death. Just carbon teeth getting broken off everywhere. So that's not good. So trying to make it to Texas 2K, and we decided to, we don't really work on customer cars. I'd say that cars that we build, we might do like one a year. Would you agree with that? Ben's got a little side job that he does where he does, what do you do, like fit and finish wiring, stuff like that? So when the car's complete, you want to get it plumbed, wired up. Ben's the guy to talk to take it from that last like 85%, and he completes the last 15 and makes it all look nice. As you guys can see, did an amazing job on the black sheep. So if you guys need that done, Ben is the guy. You can send me a DM on Instagram, and I can get you all priced out and everything per Ben. But as far as just like a general shop, like for bolt-on and stuff like that, we don't do anything. We don't have customers. We don't operate as a shop like that. We just build a couple of race cars for ourselves, and every once in a while, we'll help someone out in a pinch because they're leaving for Texas 2K on Monday night, and we got this car Thursday evening, and I'd say that myself, Ben, and Logan, we are like the midnight crew. We worked on it till midnight a couple nights just trying to get it done. So, anyways, all right, let's talk about the burnout vehicle. We got some stiff competition. Ben, we got some stiff competition. The Bald Regal. Oh my God. The Bald Regal is, myself and Doug Cook, we've been battling verbally back and forth. He said when the smoke starts a-flying, we're no longer friends.
Well, that's how it is.
That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. So let's see here. We got one side of Zoomies done. I'm gonna finish the other side, but I can't let the Zoomies hold up the progress on the build. I got a new Holley elbow coming. I got a new Holley throttle body, and I'm trying to get my hands on a Texas Speed 4500 style Cathedral Port intake. So I'm trying to get all that here, but the biggest thing that we were having issue with was what we're going to do fuel system wise, and that one is tough. So we're going to run the car on alcohol for reasons that we don't have time to run intercooler piping all the way to the back to the intercooler and then back up and put on ethanol. So with our injectors, we can make about maybe 900. Ben, 900, you think? Yeah. 900 horsepower is where we'll be limited via our injectors on alcohol. So everybody knows we run a couple cars on alcohol. Fuel system, extremely important. So generally, cars on alcohol, they have a mechanical fuel pump. You can make a mechanical fuel pump work with this setup, but it has an alternator on it, and I don't feel like going through all the pain in the ass to make it work. So we're just going to leave the alternator on there. We're going to run electric fuel pumps. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go to like a 225 amp alternator to help supply and charge the batteries as we're doing our minute-long burnout. We're going to run 2 batteries back here and 2 fuel pumps. So I got a MagnaFuel 625, and my buddy Tim has got a Aeromotive Pro Series, and I think they literally float. They both float 625, what is it, liters per hour? Yeah. Which is 2.7 gallons a minute. So just shy of 6 gallons per minute, which is, I mean, you can get like the lowest mechanical pump and make like 7 gallons per minute like nothing. So 2 fuel pumps running full tilt. It's definitely going to be it's going to be a lot, but we're going to run them off here. They're each going to have their own little feed right off the tank. Oh wait, tank wise, sorry. 5-gallon tank, being how much fuel consumption this thing is going to do on alcohol, and the fact that we don't want to cavitate if it's flowing pumping hard in the return. We're ditching this for now. So this will be when we go racing on ethanol. We will run a 5-gallon ethanol tank and then our ice tank for the intercooler. But on alcohol, I did just order a Chinese, what is it, a 15-gallon fuel cell. So straight from China, it cost me like $100. And because Doug and the guys at Motion are our #1 target for CLEETUS and Cars burnout contest, and it's all friendly rivalry. Doug is and I agree too. I mean, American made is the way to go, but for this instance, I went full China boy, Black Horse Racing fittings. I paid like $500 for all my Dash 12 line, all my Dash 12 fittings, all my Dash 10 fittings, all my Dash 8 for the, Dash 12 feed, Dash 10 return. Are we doing 12 and 10? 12 feed, 10 return? Yeah. So we got all of that. I got like a bunch of Ys. I got like a Dash 16 Y. I got Dash 16 to 12. I got Dash 12 to 10. I got Dash 8 to 10. I mean, I got a bunch of shit. And it costs like $500 straight off Amazon. So we know the quality is going to be absolute atrocious, and we know like half the fittings will probably leak. So we got double the amount. But I mean, Ben, what do you think?
If it'll just hold together for just a little bit.
just a little bit. So we are essentially the Bald Regal's arch enemy. It's kryptonite. We're going straight China boy. And I honestly feel the need, like, I feel like we need to wrap this like a damn kamikaze. Like, just to go in there, just to kind of represent ourselves as...
Put the rising sun on the side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine that. And it's not that, like, I just think it's hilarious. But yeah, so it is going to be Holley powered. But the fittings and the fuel line stuff, definite straight up China boy. And listen, I don't recommend doing this because the Chinese stuff, like, it's failed us before. It's shitty. But to go 1 minute at like half to quarter throttle, I think it could do it. I really do. And we're going in there completely blind, completely untested. Honestly, at this point, with all the other shit we got going on, and we still have to race the black car in Carolina in no time, it's going to be a damn miracle if we get this thing done. Would you say it's a miracle if we get it done, or it's just going to take a whole lot of work?
Both.
So we're calling in backup. We got Forrest to come up and help wire it. I haven't even attempted to ask Devin to come up and help wire it because he'd probably just whoop my ass if he knew everything. We had a big conversation on fuel system and the demand that it's going to do with the charging system as well. So you have to take into account how much voltage drop this is going to cause, and you're really not going to be able to charge it with just an alternator. So that's like an 80 amp alternator, like a factory GM. Isn't that 80 amp?
Yeah, 80 to 100.
80 to 100. So we're going up to a 250 amp. It's like a, I think who makes it? Power Master makes it. So it's not bad. It's like, as Ben would say, it's like the badass, like behind the shelf part store. It's not like, what's the billet one that you like?
Mechman.
Yeah, they make the billet ones.
Yeah, so does the Green Machine or something.
I do want to just take a note here and say that Ben cut his hair. So everyone look at that, looking good.
I did cut my hair.
Looking fresh. So the big thing, and Ben even said it too, is just the demand. I mean, that's really like the biggest downside is an electrical fuel pump. It will not, it can't compete with a mechanical, but the voltage drop and the demand on the charging system is like, you can't surpass that. So we talked about doing a single 16 volt with a 16 volt alternator because that's going to up the pumps as well. But it's just something that we're like, well, 212 volts might last a minute with, I mean, what do you think, Ben? Give me your honest opinion. You think I'm stupid to even try the electric fuel pump?
I mean, it can only be so stupid, like, I did it. I mean, it didn't work so great, but
it should get us through with what we're doing. Hopefully. We did talk about, now these are just, I'm just like voicing our conversations that we had because I feel like this is an important part of building a truck. You guys are seeing us build this entire truck. We talked about running like the 625 to a surge tank off and then have a mechanical fuel pump up there. But again, we run into the issue with there's no real good way to put the mechanical fuel pump on there unless, you know, the blower shoved out more and you have a mandrel behind the balancer. You could run it off the cam, but there's not a whole lot of room, and plus we're running water in this, so we're going to have to run some sort of water manifold, and then the radiator in the bed or under the bed or somewhere. So there's just not a good layout to do this. So we're going with electrical in the hopes that 2 Optima batteries with a badass alternator can keep it charged enough to not drop enough to really kill the injectors. And the biggest thing is we don't run, what is the standard, like 43 psi or 45 psi?
43 and a half is like what, 43 and a half is 3 bar. That's like what most people Ford runs, and
we run 65.
GM's 58.
A lot of our stuff was up there.
58, 60.
Yeah.
But most like mechanical pumps,
you run those at 90.
90.
Yeah. So we can't do that. But when you up the base pressure on the regulator, this thing gets pissed.
Yeah.
Like this thing,
the amperage goes up and up and up.
So this thing's gonna be screaming.
That thing, the higher the pressure you run it at, the less efficient it gets.
So this thing is literally a turd.
Yeah.
Like that's like a good.
Mechanical doesn't care.
No, that's a good gasoline fuel pump.
Yeah.
Like C16 and all that.
Yeah.
But we're running, the issue is just how much sheer demand we're gonna have up there. So that's what we got going on. I just want to do a brief little video on the Colorado. We did kind of map everything out. I think we're gonna mount the radiator like right here and then have it tipped so we still have room to put the intercooler up there when we have to. Put a fan on this. And then have the fuel cell back there, batteries on each side, and I mean, shit, other than that, it's just time to really like put it in there. Transmission and engine are wrapped up, they're good to go. We just got to build the charge pipe, and then I just got to finish the other 3 Zoomies over there, and we're good. I already got it traced out where we need to cut the bumper, so we're trying to chip away at this. This is our burnout vehicle, but it's not just a one-trick pony. Once we do the burnout stuff, I got my big motor for it getting ready. We're going to ladder bar the rear end, put some 14 wides on it, and we're going to run it in like small block boost. I think it could be a good like 470 to 490 truck. So a truck that runs that time might be pretty badass, but that blower is going to be hell on stuff. I'm talking with Randy at Johnson, doing a solid roller setup with T&D rockers and just make something badass. So that's what we got going on. But we are hard pressed for time, and we're running out because we got a couple weekends where we got to race. Ben's working on this thing, trying to get that back together. It's just a whole lot of work. So that's what we got going on. Probably not the most exciting video, but sometimes some days are not exciting, and that's what we got to do. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. We got to get everything wrapped up here. Got all the fittings and lines to run the fuel system, and they come in Monday, and it's time to put it up in the air and see if we can get everything run and Hopefully enough to make it 1 minute at the burnout contest. We still don't even know if this motor is just going to fire up and knock like crazy.
Yeah.
Is that a concern?
No, I wouldn't worry about it until
we fire it up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can put a starter on it and hook a oil pressure gauge to it and crank it over a bunch to keep it's got oil pressure.
Dude, honestly, I don't even care if it knocks. It's going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to send it. With a blower on it, I can't imagine it locking up. I just imagine it sending stuff out the block.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what we're going to do. So, tell them we're coming on the 4th to win it all. CLEETUS and CARS burnout contest.
That's it.